Hey everyone, so today we need to talk about probably the most underrated exercise that most people are completely ignoring at the gym. And look, I get it. When you walk into a gym, deadlifts can seem intimidating. They look brutal, they require actual effort, and honestly, they're not as Instagram friendly as doing bicep curls in the mirror. But here's the thing, if there's one exercise that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, both for your health and your physique, it's the deadlift. And I'm not just saying that because it sounds cool. The science behind this movement is absolutely fascinating. So let me start with something that might surprise you. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that deadlifts activate over 200 muscles in your body. Think about that for a second. 200 muscles in one single movement. Your hamstrings, glutes, lower back, upper back, traps, core, forearms, even your calves are working. There's literally no other exercise that recruits this. Many muscle groups simultaneously. It's like getting 5 different workouts in one movement. Now, let's talk about something that affects pretty much everyone watching this video. Whether you're 25 or 55, back pain. According to research from the Global Burden of Disease study, lower back pain is the leading cause of disability worldwide. We're talking about over 500 million people dealing with this. And here's where it gets interesting. A study conducted at the University of Alberta followed participants with chronic lower back pain who incorporated deadlifts into their routine. After just 16 weeks, they reported a 72% reduction in pain levels. 72%. That's not some minor improvement. That's life-changing. The reason this works is actually pretty straightforward. Deadlifts strengthen your entire posterior chain, which is basically all the muscles running along the back of your body. Your spinal erectors, those muscles that run along your spine, they become incredibly strong and resilient. Think of it like this: if your spine is a building, deadlifts are essentially reinforcing the structural supports. You're not just treating the symptom, you're actually fixing the underlying weakness. But here's something that really blows my mind. Research published in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports showed that deadlifts can increase bone mineral density significantly. We're talking about your skeletal system literally becoming denser and stronger. For anyone worried about osteoporosis as they age, and that should be all of us, honestly, this is massive. The study found that participants who performed heavy resistance training, including deadlifts, had a 3% increase in lumbar spine bone density over just 6 months. That might not sound like much, but in the world of bone health, that's actually incredible. Now let me talk about something we don't discuss enough: functional strength. You know what a deadlift actually is? It's picking something heavy off the ground. That's it. It's one of the most fundamental human movements we do. Whether you're picking up your kid, lifting groceries, moving furniture, or helping a friend move, you're essentially doing a deadlift. A 2018 study in the Journal of Applied Biomechanics found that people who regularly performed deadlifts had significantly better biomechanics. When performing daily tasks, they were less likely to injure themselves doing simple things like picking up a box, because their body had learned the correct movement pattern under load. And if you're someone who sits at a desk all day, which is probably most of you watching this, you need to hear this. Prolonged sitting creates what's called lower crossed syndrome. Basically, your hip flexors get tight, your glutes stop firing properly, and your lower back compensates for everything. It's a recipe for dysfunction. Deadlifts are one of the most effective exercises for reversing this. Research from the National Institute of Health found that deadlifts dramatically improve glute activation and hip extension strength, basically undoing the damage that sitting does to your body. Let me throw some more numbers at you, because the metabolic benefits are insane. A study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that heavy compound exercises like deadlifts can elevate your metabolic rate for up to 38 hours after your workout. That's nearly 2 full days where your body's burning extra calories, just from one training session. Compare that to 30 minutes on a treadmill, which might give you an hour or 2 of elevated metabolism at best. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people discover this information. And honestly, I think everyone needs to hear this. Here's another thing that doesn't get talked about enough: grip strength. You might think, who cares about grip strength? Well, researchers care a lot, actually. A massive study published in The Lancet followed over 140,000 people across 17 countries and found that grip strength was a stronger predictor of all-cause mortality than blood pressure. Let me say that again. Your grip strength is a better indicator of how long you'll live than your blood pressure. Deadlifts, especially when you're holding heavy weight, dramatically improve your grip strength. You're literally extending your lifespan by picking heavy things up. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. People say deadlifts are dangerous. And look, I'm not going to lie to you. If you do them with terrible form and ego lift weight, you have no business touching. Yeah, you can hurt yourself. But here's what the research actually says. A comprehensive review in the British Journal of Sports Medicine analyzed injury rates across different exercises and found that when performed with proper technique, deadlifts have a lower injury rate than running. Think about that. The exercise everyone thinks is dangerous is actually safer than something we consider completely normal. The key is starting light, learning the movement pattern, and progressively overloading. A 2016 study showed that supervised deadlift training resulted in injury rates of less than 1% among participants. The injuries that do happen almost always come from people who skip the learning phase and jump straight to heavy weight. So here's my challenge to you. If you're not currently doing deadlifts, start. And I don't care if you start with just the bar or even with dumbbells. If you need to build confidence, the movement pattern is what matters. Get a coach if you can, watch form videos, record yourself, and take it seriously. Because based on everything we've covered, the science is crystal clear. Deadlifts improve bone density, reduce back pain, increase metabolic rate, build functional strength, improve posture, strengthen your entire posterior chain, and might even help you live longer. This isn't about becoming a powerlifter or competing in anything. This is about being a functional, healthy, strong human being who can move through life without pain and limitation. And if one exercise can deliver all of that, why wouldn't you do it? If you found this valuable and you want more science-backed fitness content that cuts through the noise, hit that subscribe button. I'm breaking down what actually works based on real research, not just what looks good on social media. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.